Hello, everyone. We are now live. Welcome to the Popcorn Music Podcast show. Today, we have the pleasure of interviewing some of the cast movie members of the hit movie Feel My Pain, written, directed, and produced by Masika McCormick. So we're going to start this interview process with her, and then we're going to move forward to you, Mills, because the story is all about you. Without you, we wouldn't have had anything to write about, right? So, Masika, let's get started. You ready?
I'm
Okay.
ready.
Okay,
Yeah.
so okay. What inspired you to start writing?
Having this was kind of a accident, to be honest. I had came, I came to Milwaukee for a job, right? I was supposed to be a PA on the
Mm-hmm.
TV show Top Chef, and they had somebody on there that didn't know what they were doing, and uh, I related to this woman that I'm driving from Georgia to Milwaukee, and
Mm-hmm.
that is not around the corner. I'm driving. That's 14 hours that I drove by myself. I told her I was coming. It was around my birthday, everything. I said, I'm going to see my dad. I'm going to be there. Drove all the way there, got there, called her. She didn't answer. Someone else said she was demoted
Wow.
and she didn't relate to them that I was coming. And they said, oh, we hired everybody. I was pretty pissed. I was,
Wow.
I was extremely pissed. And then I was like, I heard the voice of my mama. This lady right here. That's her.
Mm-hmm.
I heard the voice of her
Mm-hmm.
from heaven. And she said, Sika, you know, you're pretty smart. Won't you just make a movie while you're here? And I was like, huh,
Okay.
okay. And I was like, what am I going to make a movie of? And then I remembered C. Mills wrote a book. And I just called him up and I said, hey, man, you want to turn your book into a movie? He's like, I ain't got no money. I said, I know. I ain't either. Let's just do it. I'm here. Let's just go. And
Mhm.
that's how we made the movie.
Wow. So how did you
Yeah.
come into contact with females?
I knew C. Mills from Highly Edibles.
Mm-hmm.
Maya Mays, my cousin, uh, she owns the store, and we worked out. He was in Georgia when we was at
Mm-hmm.
the store together, and we worked together. We're coworkers. So I, we chopped it up and had a good vibe, and and then he moved back to Milwaukee, and I stayed here. So that's how we
Okay.
hooked up. Hmm.
So what is highly edibles? What is that? Can you explain to us what that is for people that
Yeah,
don't
it's
know?
my roommate doing something. I don't know what she's doing. Um, Highly Edibles is it's Maya. She has a store out in Racine. She has a store out in Milwaukee, and trying to set up another store here. Hey, Bridge. And basically, it's um, CBD, hemp products. Stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Products that if you have any body pains or anything like that, any anxieties or stuff like that, or it helps you. They have like Delta 8 and stuff like that. So they got gummies, they got
Mm-hmm.
Rice Krispies. It's edibles, highly edibles. So she has a
Okay.
few, she franchised, and she's doing pretty good. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay, that's really good. So, how long did it actually take you to take the book and transform it from a book to an actual screenplay?
Whew. Um, so that took uh like 3 months, three
Mm-hmm.
months, because I wasn't trying to stay in Milwaukee long.
Mm-hmm.
I was staying at my parents' house, and I I wrote the movie in about 8 days. Um,
Wow.
yeah, because I was still upset that they didn't hire me, so I was just like on a rampage. I was like, I want to prove these folks, you know what I'm saying, that they
Mhm.
messed up on not hiring me. You know what I mean? And so
Right.
I wrote the movie in 8 days, and we got together and producing it, and
Mm-hmm.
producing it and getting everything together. And so yeah, it's something else trying to put a movie like that, a full feature film. This is not a short. This is a full feature film that we had to take his whole entire book and just in 1 hour. So
Okay. So what how do I put this? Did you run into any complications along the way with filming a movie? Was this your first movie? Or how does that? Remember, I'm just interviewing today.
did I run into complications? That's funny. Ooh, which one? Okay. Um from
Oh wow. Okay.
from I mean beyond. That's all it was complications. Okay. Um it was
Mhm,
like this one woman let us use her house, right? And she let us use her
mhm,
house. Now I kind of knew she was kind of off a little bit, you know what I mean? And she couldn't hear. She
mhm.
couldn't hear. She was deaf. And I was just like, I had her sign a waiver. Now I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna let y'all know. I do have an ebook coming out called "How to Produce Films," how to produce low budget films with AI, because some of the steps in there I tell people to do actually help save me. So I had her sign
Mhm.
what's called a location waiver, and I had her sign NDA stuff like that. And so when you have people sign stuff, they know what they're signing up to. You know what I mean? And you
Right.
keep that for your
Mhm.
records. So she allowed us to use her house for a scene, and that's the scene where the boyfriend is in the house and Simo dragged the boyfriend out. Um,
Okay.
and it was supposed to be like for the whole mama house scene, but this particular lady, she kept asking like, you gonna sign this? I say, yeah, we got it for where you can sign it. So she finally signs it, and then she's like hung around for like an hour. I'm like, when is this lady leaving? Because she said she was
Mhm.
about to leave. You know what I'm saying? Because we when we shoot at someone's house, normally we don't like them to be there because they do random stuff like wash the dishes. Oh, I gotta wash my clothes. No, or I gotta fix dinner. Like, no, we need the house to just need to just be out of the way, because you're going to be a distraction, and then you're going to start with don't do this and don't do that, and we don't need that. For we need to have complete control over the houses, which is what the location waiver says. And so
Mhm.
basically took her an hour to leave. And when she came back, now there's another thing. I took pictures before we even shot anything, before we moved anything. I took pictures of every single detail of the house. And that's what you have to do. You have to make sure that you cover yourself, because you don't want nobody claiming nothing later on. So I took
Mhm.
pictures of each room of that we were using. The messy desk to the bed not being made up or whatever. Took pictures of everything. And then
Mhm.
when we were done, I walked her through the house. I said, is everything good? Everything is in place. Everything where it was. Because when we were done, we put everything back exactly the way the pictures were laid out.
Sure.
So she had a cup
Mhm.
right here and had a fork right here, like we never even been there. And so she said, yeah, it's good, it's good, it's good, it's good. Everything is good. I was like, okay. And we even sat there for like a half an hour because we was waiting for our PA ride to come and pick her up. And then we finally left. And then after that, she was like, y'all stole from me.
Y'all
Excuse
stole
me.
from me.
Yeah, y'all stole my necklace. Y'all stole this. Y'all stole something. I, I'm like, wait a minute. No, we didn't steal. First of all, I don't have people like that on my set. We don't steal. There's no kleptos over here. Okay. And
Mhm.
secondly, I took pictures and I sent her the pictures. And she tried to claim, oh, I'm calling the police and all this, and I must file a report on y'all and don't trust C Mills people and all this. And just
Wow.
just completely flipped. Okay.
Where did
I don't
y'all
know.
find this lady at?
I asked him that. I asked. He was like, I was like, bro, where you? I thought this was your sister, because he was like, yeah, my sister. He was like, no, I met her at a gas station. I'm like, Nick, at a gas station. You you know.
Now more
So
about the Mills meeting these women at these gas stations. That sounds like one of his MOs. Because I think it's a scene in a movie where he met somebody at the gas station too, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, Bridget. So like I'm like, no. So I had to straighten that out and say, no, ma'am, we did not steal anything. I can guarantee you that. And secondly, here are the pictures that we replaced everything. And what you're looking for is not even in the pictures.
In the picture.
And you
Wow.
I'm pretty sure you left with whatever it is that you had. And then when I showed her those pictures, oh, it completely changed. Oh, I found it. I found my stuff.
Wow.
Y'all can come back the next day. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Wow.
So that was a wasted day because now I can't trust her. And now I'm like, okay, we need another location quickly.
Hmm.
And just so happened, Jackie, who is who like saved us, right? She called me right before we were leaving that location and said, "Hey, if you
Hmm.
needed another house, you can use my house." I said, "No, we good. We're using this house." Come to find out, we needed her house, and we needed it the very next day, and we had to shoot everything all over again. So
Wow.
yeah, it was that was just one of the problems.
So did she ever call the police? Did the lady end up calling the police?
That she brought up some fake report thing. The picture didn't even look right. I was just like, that's not a police report. What that's something she got off the internet. What is that? There's it was so stupid. I was just like, I'm good. And here's the thing, I had proof of my people not taking anything because of
Hmm.
the pictures and the location waiver. I was covered. My team was covered. We were good. It was her thinking that she's going
Wow.
about to get some money or something. I don't know. We working off no budget, so I don't know what you think you about to get. You know what I mean? So
So what actually was the budget for this particular film?
it was it came out to $1,200.
Hmm.
We fed people on food stamps, and my father helped pay for a lot of it. There was a C Mills friend. He donated $1,000. We had
Wow.
donations from yeah, I think what's his name, C Mills. C Mills, bro.
It's breaking up.
Oh,
Breaking
what's
up.
what's your friend name that donated $1,000 to us?
Rachel Greer. Rachel Greer.
No, it was a guy.
Money Carlo. Money Carlo.
Monte
Money
Carlo.
Carlo.
Yeah, Monte Carlo donated $1,000 to us, and then there's other investors, people who just donated money off our GoFundMe, who believed in us. And shout out to every single one of those people. We appreciate y'all. And to Vernon McCormick, who sustained the remainder of the film, because my
Hmm.
car broke down, my brakes
Hmm.
went out. He got them fixed because I was taking people where they needed to go. Um, uh, we needed food, we needed money. He gave it to us. So by him taking care of me, I was able to take care of everybody else. So shout out to my dad
Okay.
who played the landlord in the movie.
Shout out to
Yeah,
your dad, Mr. McCormick. He was kind. He actually was in the movie as well. He looked
yeah.
uncomfortable with the cuss words, I might say, but he was funny. It came across as comical. So, other than the crazy lady and the stolen items that weren't stolen, are there any other moments that you remember from being on set that you want to share with the world?
Um, there's a lot of moments. There's as far as putting the production together, and this did happen like 2 years ago. So I'm trying to remember, but
Hmm.
um, putting the production together with no money is extremely challenging. Like
Hmm.
I went to the money that was donated to us. I took
Hmm.
part of that money and paid for the hospital scene. That was at Alverno College, my old
Okay.
college. I'm an alum there, and to rent that room for 1 hour was $400. And
Wow.
I didn't look. I had to have $1 million policy, and I had to come up with all of that,
Wow.
you know. And so if I didn't have that $1 million policy, we could not film there. So you got to get the right insurance policies as well. when you're doing stuff. And people think you could just go anywhere and shoot. You can't. You got to have the right credentials in order. You got to have the money. You just got to have the right stuff. And getting the people together is challenging. I don't know if you're gonna ask about that, but I'm gonna just try and keep to what you asked me. But yeah,
So that was one of my questions. How big was your cast actually? How many people did you have in your cast?
I had over 10 people. It was C Mills. It was the two baby mamas. It was the three kids. It was the mistress, not the mistress, but the sugar mama. You okay? Tracy that be tricking off on everybody. It was
And I ain't checking that you got it.
right.
And she had it.
And then it was the Kruger, you know, the Kruger, and then C Mills mama, who played by Tina, and then
You
it
had
was
the party girl too. There was 3 girlfriends.
yeah, oh yeah, the trick off girl, yeah, he had her
Yeah, the
too.
party girl. What do you
The
call it? The butt house.
the bed buddy, you know what I'm saying? You know, yeah. And then it was quite a few people that we put in there because everybody wanted to be a part, and people
Mhm.
know me for making movies. It had been a while since I had made one, since Three Dudes. If you guys can, you go on YouTube and look up Three Dudes, the movie. It's 3 black dudes.
Mhm.
It's a comedy, scary movie, like kind of corny type thing. But yeah, so we had over 10 people with this, and I had a tremendous cast. I had a great
Mhm.
cast. People who were dedicated, people who didn't drop on me last minute, because there was that problem. People have a tendency to drop. There was people that just stuck by my side, realized that I can't pay you right away. And look, nobody got paid from the film as of today. Not even me.
Right.
Nobody
Right.
got paid yet. You know what I mean? We still waiting on that check from Tubi and Amazon. You know what I mean? So, but it's coming. It's coming. But we gotta, advertise, because we gotta market it. And so, because if nobody see it, you can't just market 1 month and be like, we gotta keep going and keep going. You know what I mean? So,
True.
but yeah,
That's true.
had a lot of people.
That's good. I really I respect that. So you had a cast of 10 people. How many locations did you guys use to film this movie? And is it all filmed in Milwaukee?
It's all filmed in Milwaukee. Um, thank God for that. All filmed in Milwaukee, and which is why I had to shoot it in that short period of time, because I live in Georgia, and
Oh,
I
okay.
did not have a job at this time. I had to get a job after we were done taping. I had to get a job at Amazon so I can get back home.
Wow.
So, we filmed at like 5 locations. We had C Mills. We used my parents' house. We used Bridget's house, who plays the Kruger. We used my cousin Tiffany's location. She has a hookah lounge on
Mhm.
Burleigh, and we used uh, Jackie Williams' house.
Mhm.
We used uh, a lot of people's houses,
Yes, we
locations.
did.
The Alverno, yeah.
We used my old classroom. We used my sister's
We
house
used
for
your
my
house.
scenes as well. So yeah,
Your house is
yes,
Tracy.
we all pitched in to make it happen.
Yeah.
I often tell people that this movie had the budget of a food stamp card. And I also want to take a moment to shout out Bouchard because they did actually donate clothing to us. They let us borrow some stuff from them. So I appreciate them
Thirty-five
for
hundred
that.
dollars. $3,500 of clothing they let us borrow, and we only had to pay for one shirt. Where'd she go? C Mills. What happened to
Oh
everybody?
man, we on live. I'm interviewing you.
We. Oh,
That's
look, she coming back in. There she
because
there she go.
This popcorn style for
Yeah,
real.
I was trying to get Bridget back because we lost Bridget. No, we lost Bridget, and I was trying to help her get back in, and then it took me out. Um, but I didn't see her in the private chat. But $3,500 worth of clothing is what you guys got from Bouchard.
Yeah, and then there's some other people as well as Bridget. Bridget has a clothing line as well, and she says it in the movie. It's Chameleon by Brie, and her name is
Yeah.
Monica in the film. But that's her clothing line. And then there was a Nikita, this other girl named Nikita, her clothing line as well. So yeah, people let us use their clothes and stuff. Sponsored, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the wardrobe for some of the characters was borrowed. Is that like a local brand, or is that like something that I can go to Chicago and find, or is it just a Milwaukee-based brand?
Far as I know, they're just in Milwaukee. All three of them.
Okay.
Bouchard's, Nikita. I know Nikita is not doing clothes right now. I know Bridget is still trying to get her store up. You know what I mean? Bouchard's is running strong on MLK and on Capitol.
Okay. So let's move forward and let's talk to Mr. C. Mills. C. Mills, what was your inspiration behind writing the book?
Hey, what's up?
Okay.
Behind writing the book, my inspiration was just trying to let people know what I be having going on behind the scenes, because nobody really know what I got going on behind the scenes or what was going on when I was out of town, because I never really made no stats about it, or I never really talked about it. I just was out of town, just doing my thing.
Right. So what was your reason for going out of town? Is it something personal? Was it just a way to get your head clear, or was it something that you needed to do to get focused so that you can get where we are now?
It was something I needed to do to get focused, and God put it on my heart to move. It was time for me to level up and go out of town and get out of Milwaukee. I was staying with my mom at the time. I was like real stressed out, and I was just ready to level up. And God told me to move, and once I moved, everything just came how it's supposed to came.
I had some tips, but they, internet shipping is running slow.
If I would have never
That's why
moved, I would have never met Mystique.
So you said that. So is this book that you wrote? I know it's called Chapter 35, or is it the Chapter 35 book, or is it the Feel My Pain book? Do you have two books or one?
It's Chapter 35. It's just one book.
When you coming out with that song, man?
So Chapter 35, was that something that you wrote because you were 35 at the time?
It's a delay.
Yeah, it's about my first 3 months of being 35 years old.
Wow. And the name of the movie is Feel My Pain. So if the book is based off the book called Chapter 35, and the movie is named Feel My Pain, the movie, what is the movie based off of as far as title wise? I know it's based off your life, but how did that become Feel My Pain from Chapter 35?
Because it was based around my movement. My movement is called Feel My Pain. So most of the stuff, just a couple stuff that happened in the book happened in the movie. So the movie ain't really about the whole book.
It's not about your book. So if we want to read the book, where can we find it? How can we get our hands on the book?
No, you can get it on Amazon, or you can get a hard autographed copy from me personally.
Okay. So we can get an autographed copy from you, or we can get it from Amazon. What's the pricing of the book on Amazon?
Yeah.
So we have your nemesis in the building. Welcome, Miss Patty Ruth.
What up? What up?
So Ruth, who do you play in this
What's
movie?
What was my name? True.
Miss Merch.
I was Miss Merch. I was the mother-in-law. I was the hater.
Oh,
I was
So
the
how did you
one.
feel about playing the hater?
Oh, I
The
loved it.
grandmother, the evil grandma.
Yeah, I loved it. It was right up my alley. Yeah. The moment seemed so real. I should have snatched that baby back. Give me my baby back. It
I
was
don't know why
fun.
when you said that it made me think of the old Chili's commercial. I'm like, give me my baby back, baby back, baby back.
Yep, yep. Give me my baby back, baby back, baby back. I remember that. Yes, it was fun though. It was fun.
Yeah. So you played the nemesis basically. You were like one of the only well, you wasn't the only villain, but you were one of the worst villains in the movie. Um
No, because I
um,
wasn't the only villain. Yeah,
you
because
wasn't,
his
but you were
baby
the
mama
worst.
couldn't stand him. His baby mama couldn't stand him. My daughter couldn't stand him more than me.
Mama, she just cussed them out. You trying to get the kids taken, took them to court, called them all types of things, everything but a child of God.
I was just doing my job as a good grandmother, making sure the baby was safe. Okay? Did you see what he was doing? Did you see them videos? Baby, he ain't had no job. He ain't had no job, baby. I was doing what I had to do, baby.
You do
What
what
up,
you had to
Jordy?
do.
What up, Mills? It was
It was
fun.
fun. It was fun. So how did you
Yeah.
ended up being part of this project? How did you get cast for your project, for the project Feel My Pain?
Well, you know my girl Jordan. Jordan got that pull. You know, she called me up and said she had, she was doing a movie, and I want to support my girl. And she was like, "Come on, bring your ugliest wig and come on."
Oh wait. No, she didn't say the ugliest wig.
I put on my ugliest grandma wig and I fixed it up all pretty, and I came on, baby, and did what I had to do.
In her robe.
Wow.
in my robe. I was in my robe when she called me. I just got up, got in the car, and came on the set. I ain't even get dressed,
Oh
baby. I
wow.
just my cigarette was
So you
already lit when I showed up. Wasn't it? Wasn't
Right.
it? Mills was ready. Mills was ready for it. I'm
I'm
like,
trying to tell you.
and Mills was
what do you
tripping. I
do in
said,
your everyday life? You're a comedian, right?
yeah, like I'm a comedian, so I do a little acting and stuff anyway. But nothing too extensive yet. So this is still one of my,
No, no,
like
no,
my
Ruth.
what
We
is it, like
we
my
not gonna
fourth,
do that.
fifth,
Come on,
fourth,
Ruth.
fifth
Come on,
movie?
Ruth.
What
Come
is
on,
4 or
Ruth.
5 still a lot? Is that even that ain't nothing for
Ruth. Ruth.
man?
You do more than just comedy, bro. Come.
Oh
No,
yeah.
we not gonna do that. Ruth is
Ah!
a writer. Ruth is a producer. Ruth is a director. Okay. Ruth is a comedian. She making. She crafty. She make like curtains and shit. She do. she, she do
Let me show
I
everything.
know
y'all my
one
newest
thing.
invention. Look, but wait a minute. I do all that crazy stuff, but see, she said you a writer. I was just writing a story that I thought was funny. I didn't go to school for it or anything. Then when I did the movie and helped produce and stuff, I was just helping some niggas on the team. So I
Right.
didn't look at it. You do all these steps and do all this stuff, and I ain't look at it as what it really was. And then after about 4 or 5 movies and plays and stuff, and
Mhm.
being a comedian, you realize, okay, it's been 13, 14, 15 years. I guess I really am doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And see,
Yeah,
that's what
so
I
yeah.
wanted. Thank you, Jordan, for pulling that out because I was trying to get her to elaborate. That's why I was like, "So what do you do?" And then she just stopped. Okay, I'm a comedian.
Right. Get it right.
I do
I'm
I
trying
do
to get you to feel
comedy.
it.
I do movies. I write them.
And not only that, she does comedy. She hosts a lot of her own shows. She
Yeah,
people like Joe Torre and all these other people that
yeah.
come out from all
I
these
was
different
just here
places.
with Tommy Davidson about what, a month ago. Tommy Davidson
Yeah,
came in.
yeah. He was
Man,
at
Tommy
50
Davidson
grams.
ain't but
50
like,
grams.
yeah, he got like a size. He like a size 3. He a third grade booty, but he was so sweet. He was so cool, so sweet, so nice. And so yeah, I done met some major people, but I guess I don't really talk about it very much. I just be living it up and doing it. And if you see it on Facebook, cool. If you don't, cool. But I don't post up a lot, as much as people should. So that's where I be
Yeah,
falling
you
short.
really don't, because I've read your work, your play work, because I was supposed to be Conchita in one of your plays that we were working on
Yeah.
at one point. And that play right there, when I tell you, man, Conchita Hurley, she had a different man every day. She was in love with somebody.
Conchita.
Man,
Conchita was doing it, baby. Conchita, she was
she was
she was lover
she was
girl.
doing
She
it.
was trying to find the right man, baby.
She was trying
But
to find the right man, but the concept that you wrote, it had the right amount of comedy. It had the right amount of diversity in that play. And I
thank
talked to
you.
Manny about it the other day. I'm like, you need to just go and run it back. That
Look,
part
I
it was
wish
a
Jordan
challenge for
would
me.
take it and Jordan need to take it and turn it into a real movie. That's what we was trying to do.
That's
And
what
then
you
look,
need to do, Jordan, like for real.
yeah,
For real,
that's what
for
we
real.
need to do. Jordan need to go on and rewrite it and turn it into a real movie. Take them scenes and flip it, Jordan, and let's put our
You
10 on
really
it.
do.
We'll
C
You
talk
really
Mills,
about
got
it.
we need you in this. C Mills, I want that part. That bedroom part. The you.
talk about the busting out, man.
You want the real deal this time? The real deal.
I don't know
I ain't
how
acting
long
this
we
time.
did it. All I know is it felt like it was a crowd of people just clapping forever. I said, what is going on? What is going
I
on?
have been in the room while they were doing that, like, or been in I think I stepped outside
You
of the
know
room when
what?
they did that part, but I was in the building.
I I could envision Jordan recording it because Jordan is so into it. She was all in it. You know what I'm saying? She was all in it. Like,
She was,
Man,
go,
she was
go,
all
go.
in it.
she
She
was
was
about to
all in the
join.
bed
She was
and
about
her
to join.
angle. She was
She was
checking
like,
for
and
shadows, make sure the
action.
shadows was right.
And if somebody
Y'all,
screamed cut, Jordan said, don't cut. You ain't the damn director.
I
Don't cut.
actually told
Oh
Miss
my
Kiki, I
God.
said, pull your pants down a little bit more so I can see.
And he had a nice bottom. It was smooth. It was nice. Oh my God. I wish Jazzy was on here to talk to us about it. I mean,
I'm off air.
all I can
I'm off
say
air.
is,
I'm off air.
look, C Bills, my husband is sitting right next to me, but
What do you do? What do you do? What do you do?
you know, he let me act crazy
Oh
like this.
man.
When it popped
Right.
up, Sean covered up his eyes, but I opened my eyes.
Mills, the song that was playing in that scene, the busted open scene, is that a song that you wrote and is that performed by you or is that somebody else's music?
Yeah.
Oh, the
No.
music was
That's all
dope.
me. That's all me. That's all me.
So that's all you? The soundtrack is you?
I made sure I used all his music
Yeah.
for
Everything. Yeah.
copyrights for this, and I used Black. Black had a song in here as well. He's an artist
Yeah.
in
Black Shot.
Milwaukee as well. So I
Black
used
Shice.
his
Okay.
song.
Oh, that's my guy.
Yeah.
We was on the Tommy Davidson show together, me and
Yeah.
Black Shice. He
Yep.
performed that night. Yeah,
Yeah, he
Black
has
Shice
a
was
song
pretty
that's real,
dope.
really good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fire.
C Mills got some nice music up in there too, though. But what's so crazy is I know I'm a little older, so I don't listen to as much rap. But my son and my daughter knew who you was already. So they was
Wow.
familiar with your
Oh, that's
music. They like,
good.
oh yeah, we know him, we know him. I'm like, oh, okay, well, he is known. Like, I'm old. I'm 51, 52, 50.
Right. Right.
Mhm. And so I be listening to Karen Clark Sheard and stuff.
Right.
I think you went to Sean said you went to school with my son Little Sean at Juno.
Oh, okay.
Little
Yeah.
Sean,
Yep. Yep.
his name Sean Joseph Brown Troop.
Okay.
But I think did you go
I gotta see. I gotta see a picture.
to
You know, that
Juno?
was so long ago. Man, that was a long time ago. Whew.
Yeah, he just looked like Sean in a swole up version, in a younger, more hotter, swole up version.
So when you did your scene, Miss Cutting Up Roof, you had a lot of drama going on in your scene. Were there any funny moments when you guys shot that you want to share with us? Because your scene, that one scene in the house was real drama. When you told him he don't pay no bills here, don't come up in here.
No, I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you what was funny. I'm gonna tell you what was the funniest part that C Mills did. Cause C Mills was doing the part when he came in, he snatched his son up. I kept saying, "You gotta act like you really want him." C Mills was acting like he wanted to send him back to his mama house. I really don't want him. I really don't want him for real. For real. So Sean
So he
said,
must have had he got the scenes confused because I know there is a scene in the movie where he do drop the kids off, well, try to drop the kids back off at their
This
mama.
is
So
the
you got
scene. This is the
try
scene
to
where
get them
I
back.
call him and I tell him that my daughter is acting crazy and she says she gonna kill me and he got to come and get the babies from the house. So he come and get the baby from the house. But by the time he get there, I tell him, "Oh, you could go on. Everything been taken care of. You ain't have to do all this. You doing too much." And so he comes and he comes back to get the baby. Was that the scene when you came to get the baby and did I start saying you can't go in my house? And it was this part where Sean kept saying you
Yeah,
got to act
yeah.
like you really mad about your son. I don't know what him and Sean went outside and talked about. And y'all know Jordan do not like no co-producing, no co-directing on the side. But Sean went
Oh,
outside, told C Mills, he said, "You gotta act like that's really your son, man. You gotta take your son back." He said, "Say what you gotta say from your chest, like it's really
Mhm.
yours." C Mills walked to the house.
Yeah,
He said,
yeah, yeah.
"Bitch, bitch, I want my son." I said, "Dang." And that's what made me do my expression. I covered the baby ears up. I said, "Dang, it sounded so real. Damn." That was the funniest part. We couldn't even keep recording because everybody bust out laughing because he said it so hard. That was the best part to me
I
of the
wanted
whole
him to
night.
say it hard too. I
It-
wanted him to be like, express that shit, like
and
really
when
get
it
that
came,
out.
look, when it came out on the movie, when I say it was so, that was like a moment where it was like, ooh, he called his mom-in-law the B word. It was, ain't every man done it.
right, that's
It was
true.
deep.
Every
She gave
man in the
how she feel
audience
about
felt
that
you like,
scene.
yeah, tell her, cuss that bitch out. You know, that was a good part. In my other best part was Jazzy part when y'all sat at the table and she was going over that like the monologue where she was kind of telling y'all about her past and keep pursuing your dream.
Hmm.
I was literally about to cry. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
she did that part. Like it seemed so natural
And
the
I
way y'all
wanted
was
that
just sitting
part.
at the table. It was like a real mama was really talking to her sons, and it
Hmm.
was just deep. It was a deep moment, and I think Jordan really caught the real true like depth of that moment. Cause
Yeah,
it was the mama talking to her sons. Every mama know that moment.
right.
And she know that she's out there smoked out doing whatever she's doing. And it's kind of like, no matter what, we still your mama and we still want you to pursue your dreams and we still want you to be the best person you could be. So when
Because
she
yeah,
did it, I just had chills down my body like,
yeah,
and
yeah,
the part where she started dancing and you caught that moment where she was dancing, it was just so holiday heart. It was so soul food moment. It was our hood thing, but it was still deep. It
yeah.
was good. It was good. It was good. It was
I
good.
wanted people to understand that she's still a mom. You know,
Yep.
every mother has a problem. Whatever
Yep. Like
could be
Tupac
gambling,
said,
whatever.
even
They,
though my mama wasn't, I mean, and real talk, females, all our mothers that grew up kind of in that area. I think a lot of our mothers, because it was the story of my mother, it was the story of Jazzy's mother, it was the story of your mother, it was the story of so many mothers out here have this same story. So it's not like we can
Right,
feel like, we the only ones, or like we feel uncomfortable like
right.
our story shouldn't be told. No, you should still tell your story, because it's still
Facts,
gonna
facts.
connect with somebody.
yeah, and
My
they
mama
have
was,
dreams.
man. If you see my mama right now, thank God she made it, but she made it out. You know what I'm saying? One day she said she coughed up like a whole bunch of green stuff from her nose, and she said that night she just went cold turkey, and it was the hardest
Wow.
thing she ever had to do, but now my mama just turned in April 60 some years old through a good party, 64, 65 years old. We best friends and stuff. It's a beautiful story. But a lot of mothers like yours didn't make it.
Yeah,
And I'm
Mm.
getting emotional and shit.
right,
Man.
Why
right.
we talk all here tonight with all this? Y'all got me getting all emotional because so many mamas didn't make it.
And I wanted to show
That's
that
true.
she had dreams. She had dreams before she had kids. She had a life
Hmm.
before she had kids.
And
And
she
a
was,
lot of
yeah,
times mothers get so caught up in their kids' lives that when their
yep,
kids grow up, they
yep,
forgot that they had a life. And now they got all
yes,
these problems going. But I wanted to show the humanity that his mother was a beautiful person. And she
mm-hmm,
just had this one problem, but she was
mm-hmm,
still a human being. She was
mm-hmm,
still loved. She still
mm-hmm,
know how to love. She still loved her kids. She was still a mom.
mm-hmm.
And I
And you
wanted
know what?
yeah, I
Another
want to
thing
focus on
too,
that.
a lot of kids, a lot of people think if my mama is a crackhead, this was something we was talking about. If my mama's on crack or she on drugs in some type of way, they get rid of the kids and they send them to another house or whatever, and the kids don't get to grow up with the mother. I really truly believe I wouldn't care if my mama was on crack, she was selling cootie, she was a prostitute. I don't care. I would rather be with my mama. Whether she in a
Right.
house with roaches and mice coming in, if she gonna make it the best she can make it and still show me that love, I would rather be there than any group home, any, you know what I'm saying? So whatever
Mm-hmm.
you did get from your mama, take that.
Yeah.
Feed your positive, as Jazzy and Kwabi now would say, feed that positive. Because all that negative, she didn't have to be on drugs. She could have been an alcoholic. She could have been a workaholic. She could have been a lady that just didn't come around, just love for the streets. Everybody got their problem. But she was still there as much as she
Right.
could
Mm-hmm.
be.
Right. And Jazzy
So I
acted the
just
mess
think
out of that
that's
part.
what we ought to
Let's just put
concentrate
that
on.
on.
Yeah.
Oh, she did it.
Jazzy acted the
She
mess
did
out of
it.
that part. Let's put that out there.
He
She
really
did
did.
it.
He
Mm.
really did. I mean,
So
her
now
parts
when
were
I
so
said,
believable. To where
um,
the thing when she died, I actually cried, and I know that it was fake,
Bobby
but
needs to
she
know.
did a good job. Like she said, give me my cigarette," because she didn't want to let him see him have that last moment, that last breath. She didn't want that memory to be there. So even in her dying
Mm-hmm.
deathbed, she still looked out for her baby. She
Mm-hmm.
sent him off to get that
And
cigarette, knowing that he wasn't gonna be there when he came back. And I love that part of the movie. And then you go into the montage of the flashbacks of her dancing and all the
mm,
moments that she shared, the fights and stuff. And then it's like a super tearjerker. So what was it
mm-hmm.
like editing that part, Jordan? The montage
Mm,
scene with Mama Mills playing in the background.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. What you say? Did I what?
So what was it like editing that scene? Because you had to transition from the happy moment to the difficult moment to the sad moment. So I know that had to be emotional for you.
Yeah, it was because I many times in this film I think about my own mama. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And just thinking about just putting that together, and I wanted the audience to remember this woman as every like Ruth said, every mama. You know what I mean? A woman who loved her kids, who cooked for her kids, who supported her kids, who
Mm-hmm.
was just there for her kids. She loved her kids, and I
Mm-hmm.
wanted people to see her as a human being,
Right.
and not so much as this person who had this problem. You know what I
Yep.
mean? So
Yep.
I wanted to bring the humanity in this woman, and women who are like that, who are mothers who are hooked on drugs, but at the same time they're still good mothers. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
So I wanted to
Mm-hmm.
bring that to life and bring that reality to the audience, so they can be like, man, I wish I had a mother like that. And their mother may not even
Mm-hmm.
necessarily be on drugs. Their mother may
Man,
be fine, but their mother may be a narcissist. You know what I mean?
listen,
And
you
just
got
say, I'd
so
rather have
many.
a mother like that than have the mother
I
I got
grew up
now. You
out
know?
there, Jordan. I
So
grew up out there, but I went to like the North Shore schools, and I took that, being transitioning from my mother being on drugs and moving out to my grandmother's house and going out here with a school full of Jewish and white people, and I'm one of the very few black people here. I took counseling with them kids. I know what they go through. Like literally, they parents have a lot of money, but they don't have time. And you
mm,
have some mothers that's on drugs, maybe not working, maybe not this, but maybe her job is to be in the house. And you got this supportive mother that's in the house, and maybe she ain't got the money you need to get where you need to go, but you don't need no money. All you need is her motivation.
yep,
And if she
mm,
there to support you, that's greater and more valuable than any piece of money. Because without that motivation from mama, You see how people struggle out here. They can't even get past it.
I'm
I
gonna tell
said,
you.
That's true.
even God didn't leave Jesus without a mama. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Right.
Where would
That's
Jesus
true.
be? He'd have made it, but it took a long time.
right.
That's true.
So it's like we need that mama. I don't care how bad your mama is, where she laying up at. Go see her,
Mm-hmm.
take care of her, say
Mm-hmm.
hi, get that knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Get whatever you could get because man, without it's these people without no mama, I seen it.
And
These
even after the passing of our mothers, they still have a powerful impact on us.
yes, they do.
Like my mother told me to do this movie. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And she ain't even here. I just heard her voice very clearly though. She said,
Mm-hmm.
"Just do a movie while you here." And
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh wow." You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's how you know the love of a mother still stays with you forever. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
It
So,
transitions time and space.
what'd you say?
Jordan really did
I
put
said it
that.
transitions through time and space.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I,
Yeah.
I I know the parts that I don't know if when you actually was filming, you know, like remember when Mel Gibson said he did the Passion of Christ, and when he
Hmm.
was filming it, he could see it happening, and it was kind of like he could feel it, and it was so real. That's how you want to make a movie. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like, I don't know if when you was actually filming Jazzy doing her dances and all she was doing, and then when you put it together, did you actually think it was gonna turn out to be effective?
Yeah.
Like that, you
Yeah.
knew that, hey, I'm gonna get this shot and I'm gonna slow it down, put it in slow motion, and people is gonna feel this moment.
Yes. Yes.
Cause
I
I
laid
wasn't ready
everything out.
for it. You remember I didn't watch everything. I didn't remember. I
Regina,
kept
you got
saying,
two.
Jordan, I don't want to watch nothing because I want to be surprised. I was crying
Yeah.
because
It's
I just
powerful.
felt that moment because it's just like it wasn't about me, it was about C Mills.
Yeah.
And it was about
Hmm.
that moment that him, his mama, his friends, all in that dining room, and that memory of her dancing. I don't know, and then knowing him personally and seeing him personally, and everything. I just felt that moment was like, oh, C Mills,
See, Miss,
and
how
it
you
was
feel
not
about it?
about, it was like I felt that for him.
Yeah.
It was deep,
It
and I
was.
was like, Jazzy was pinpoint on point.
Man, it made me cry. I didn't.
Yep. It was
Yeah,
just
it made
those
me cry.
those
I didn't watch the
little.
movie until I didn't watch the whole movie until it came out.
Oh wow. That part where she had to get the drugs and you put them down the sink, you don't even want to hear the stories. You don't even want to hear the stories. That part was so deep for me. I was like, oh my
Yeah.
God, how many times have I seen that?
Yeah, man.
It's just like they try to keep it secret because they don't want you to know. But after a while, it's like y'all can't keep this secret. We wondering why y'all sitting in this room so long. You gotta
Oh,
come out this
right.
room.
That's true.
And then when they finally come out and you see the real deal, it's like, okay, now you gotta deal with that part. It's so many levels to that. It ain't just, oh, mom on drugs. No, it's levels to that shit. So it's like, man, you gotta go. I remember waking up in the middle of the night and just
Yeah.
hearing moms in the kitchen, and you don't see the whole house is dark, but you can see like a little light coming from the kitchen. And you can just hear them in there, smoke the motherfucker. Well, I don't want to smoke, and all that. You hear it. So kids go through this. It's deeper. It's way deeper than anybody think it is. And it was for this movie to come out. So it touched.
Yeah.
I know it touched me. I know it touched a whole lot of people. Just like it touched a lot more people need to see Hills to know
Oh, wait, I
him
think you.
first and know his story, and that will make them watch it even more. Because C Mills has a very laid back, very humble person, nice gentleman personality. So I think him advertising it and going around, it may not seem like nothing, but trust me, it is working. I'm getting up every morning like, damn, these niggas on here again.
Man.
But then people, you got to tell
And
them it's like you got to tell them your story. You know what I'm saying? Because
so, Ruth,
since
since
the
the
movie,
movie has been out,
what you mean?
since
Because
Wait,
the
I
go
know
movie
ahead.
I
has
be
been
talking, you'll
out,
interrupt me,
have you
shit.
been gaining any fans? Sorry.
What was
Hello?
the question? What was the question?
I was asking her since the movie has been out, what's her fan reaction to her being in the movie on TV?
Oh,
Who's you talking to? Me?
You
Shoot.
will. Uh-huh.
I told so many people about this. My mama called me, and the first thing she said was, Jazzy did so good. Oh, she really played that part and represented so well. So that's my mama talking. My clients
Mm-hmm.
who I told it to, they watched it, they loved it. So it's just like a lot of people liked it. But what I would more so like to do is get on stage more and advertise it at my comedy shows. And
Mm-hmm.
because me and C Mills was kind of doing a movie at the same time, I wasn't advertising this movie as much as I was advertising mine coming out. But C Mills, I'm on it. But I
please
have
be
told
on
a
it.
lot. I got a lot of clients at the shop, and they all be too.
Already, man. You good?
Yeah, I need everybody to be on that.
Right. And this if you just said at the shop, you do hair, so it's layers to you. So you do hair as well. You do hair, comedy. You're a producer and a writer.
Yeah, you breaking up, bro?
We do a little her. We do a little her around here. Jordan, take your hat off and represent. Somebody represent they bald head.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I know Jordan through my family. I'm glad to meet
Okay.
everybody. C Mills, everybody.
Yeah, because I know your brother, he does a lot of work with makeup artists and models and stuff like that. I was able to get him booked for a project called Diary of an Accomplice that we're working on, and he did an amazing job with the makeup, and he had to do like bruises because the lady was battered. So it was a pleasure working with him. Like if I know it's two makeup artists that I refer for movie makeup, and he's one of them.
Manny is the business.
Daddy is the business. And he look, he had me Googling on that. I don't even wear a whole lot of makeup. But he posted some type of wedding cake makeup set that he just got a couple of weeks ago. And I literally Googled it. And I'm like, I'm gonna order that. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I want it because he's so
And look, I don't know who did the makeup, but y'all was slave when you was sitting on that couch trying to get with C Mills, honey. You was that was a
Lord,
good part.
Jesus.
That was a good part too when you was laying on the couch and C Mills was trying to get that money up out you. Yeah, baby.
I was table
C
waiting
Mills
on him.
got that money, he got that car, he got it all about you.
She was tricking off
I mean, he
everything.
came to my house smelling like another what? He had just got out the bed with out the fun house.
Yeah,
Yes.
smell like another bitch.
He smelled like another bitch. that guy, bro, Shine had them clothes on deck for him. So yeah, we had to get that smell up off of him. Even though I
Yeah.
did gotta go to the bathroom, so he still smelled like another bitch with clean clothes on.
I thought you was gonna get to hit that. I thought you was gonna get the
Hey,
I thought you
That's
was
it,
gonna
Alvin.
get the
It was over with before it started with me and C Mills. He didn't do what I wanted him to do. He was all over the place. He had too many.
he had too many because if friend right here, this chick that was driving you somewhere, it seemed like y'all had a little connection from back in the days. You was an all-around player.
He was. Because,
Sad.
I mean, he had the
He was
fun
the
house
same
girl. He
person.
had the two baby mamas. You had 5 women in that movie. And the best friend that was a
He was
female.
the same person I told the judge he was. He was trifling and he always
based,
got these
based on the
hoops
true story.
dancing around.
Based on the true story.
It
Introduced
was
y'all.
so
They said that
fun.
they loved the doctor.
It was fun. You know who really looked her part though? That I want to give a shout out to. Man, Nikita played the judge.
No, that's Tristica.
She
Tristica
looked like
Patrick.
she looked like a real judge.
That's why I
She
picked her.
did.
That's why I picked her. Yeah.
She had the whole look of a for real judge, like the haircut, everything was
Glasses,
so good.
everything.
Yeah.
And the way she looked down when she was reading that stuff, oh, that was so fun. It was a great experience.
And you know what?
It was.
Rodney, give a shout out to Rodney. Rodney played the sheriff
Yeah.
in the script, and he bought his own sheriff costume
Yes.
for the movie. I didn't
Not
buy
cheap.
that. He bought I think he bought the gown for the judge and the gavel. And yeah,
Shout out to the help.
he was a real he's a
A
retired cop from
blessing.
Chicago, actually.
Mhm.
He's a retired
Yeah.
cop from Chicago, a real life cop from Chicago, retired. And so and he does props, and I want to let people know that he makes Marvel costumes, Spider-Man, Batman, all the men, even the women, Wonder Woman, whoever. He makes these
He
things.
makes
He
them.
draws. He makes them.
Thank
Ruth, any costume you want to get from Marvel or anything, aliens or whatever, he makes them. I've seen them in his basement. He is a beast at making
Like
costumes.
sew it up, make it.
Sew it up and make it
Yeah.
real life human live costumes.
Now you
Yes.
know I'm looking for a cat suit from heaven. It's gonna be a cat suit, but it's gonna have angel wings on it.
He can make it.
Well, he's your guy. And not only Masika's missing out on something. Not only that, I actually have a piece of his artwork on my wall now. He
Oh
did
wow,
a
he
portrait
brought
of my
you.
son. He did a portrait of Female's mom. He did a portrait of Masika's mom because our people had died. He donated
Oh, he drunk,
portraits
drunk.
that he made to us
Yeah. I
on
cried.
behalf of our late
That's
loved
dope.
ones.
I didn't expect him to do that because I knew he was doing it for C Mills because I gave him the picture of C Mills' mom. But I didn't
I was
know.
gonna say, was he the one did the one for C Mill's mom? Okay.
Yes. So when he presented that in Jackie's house, I was
Mm-hmm.
like, I was happy. But then he presented me of my mother, and I didn't expect it. I end up crying. My dad is right there, completely talk.
You
I was
know
off
you.
guard.
I know you bald.
I did. I
Mm-hmm.
did. I didn't expect
Hmm.
that at all. So for him
This
to do
is
that, shout out to Rodney,
yeah.
Yeah.
the artist. He is an amazing person. He's a great guy. Yeah, he does real life drawing, artwork, costumes. He is so gifted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I had to look him
Diary of
up.
the
Yeah.
Accomplice is on here, guys. Diary of the Accomplice says, I thoughtfully enjoyed the movie. Um, People loved watching it. Relatable movie. And then it says about real life situations.
Is.
And then she said, "Bravo to the cast and crew. Great job."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was something
For
putting
real.
them. Now I'm gonna let people know putting them film together is not easy. Because
Mm-hmm.
people think, oh yeah, you did a movie. Like, no, I had some help. I had Nikita who helped me
Mm-hmm.
with script supervising and producing.
Mm-hmm.
Had it
Helped
not
you
been
all the
for
way through, man.
yeah, had it not been for Nikita, we would have never got picked up Steve-O, who is
Woo!
the
Nikita!
Steve-O
Mm-hmm.
Love. He's the executive producer, as well as
Mm-hmm.
Buffalo 8, who are the aggregators who distributed our film to Tubi, and
Mm-hmm.
Amazon and Plex. So shout
Hmm.
out to them for doing that for us,
Mm-hmm.
allowing us to
Shout out
be
to It's Just
streamed.
Money Entertainment. It's Steve Love.
Yep,
That's
Make sure
dope.
absolutely.
y'all take a sip of Ricardo Amore. We got to
Mm-hmm.
support
What?
black-owned companies, and that's a black-owned tequila owned by Steve Love. So
Say
we
that
got to
again.
support those
Who
Say
is
the
people
it
name
who
again.
again?
support us.
Say the name again.
Ricardo Amore. It's a black-owned tequila created by Steve Love. He's here
Ricardo
in Milwaukee.
Moore.
It's a
Is that
local brand. Yep, yep,
Ricardo
Ricardo
Amore.
Amore. Yep,
Ricardo
Ricardo
Moore?
Amore.
Ricardo
It's
Amore is the
named in
black owned
regards to
tequila.
his late mother too. You know, while we're on the subject of late mothers, it's named after his late mother. Um,
Man.
so he did that in a wine called Midnight Love. You can get them at all. I know it's at Woodman's, and you can get it at the liquor store Ray's. I think it is on North Avenue. I know for sure. But
Definitely.
if you can't get it from them, you can get it from him. So
Okay.
make sure you
Yeah.
guys support that because it's a really smooth tequila. You see it featured
Mm-hmm.
in a lot of movies out of Milwaukee and Detroit. All the Steve-O movies and Swift movies you are gonna see it in.
Nice. And I'm gonna
I
tell y'all
gotta be
what I'm working
careful
on
with
right
some
now.
tequila.
Let
Mm-mm.
me put this out there. I'm working on a few things right now. I'm working on my ebook. For all of those questions, people come to me with, "Hey, how do you put a movie together? How do you do this? How do you do that?" I got it in an ebook now. How to produce a low budget film with AI. And I have a bonus book, how to turn that hobby into a business. And so this I show people how to do what we did. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a
Mm-hmm.
great ebook. And then
Mm-hmm.
and I'm also doing a TV pilot right now called Stud Life with Shay. And I'm presenting it to
Mm-hmm.
BET. And I'm presenting this to Netflix for it to turn into a TV series. It's about
Mm-hmm.
masculine women. This one woman named Shay, about her life and her life of her choice friends and family of masculine women, and how they're just misrepresented and understood in society. And so it's just showing how she lives her life. And she's like everybody else. She's just very, masculine. She takes the role of a man in the relationship. So what does that look like? And how people treat her and how she treat other people and stuff like that. So it just tells about their lives. And I got a great cast, great crew. Nikita is on team. Like we doing the thing. You know what I mean? And I'm
Mm-hmm.
also, people are also doing this for me for free. And I'm building like some funnels and stuff for people, for them helping me out and everything. And
Mm-hmm.
we just gonna rock it out.
Rock out. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So you use the word that a lot of people on this podcast may not be familiar with. That like, Botch, what is a funnel? What exactly is a funnel? Break that down, and is that in your book?
Okay.
I
So
found it.
you found it. Oh, that
Oh, she probably read
wine,
out of
that
book.
liquor.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She has three
Yes.
flavors. The Reposado and the Blanca, and then there's one other one, but I'm not sure what the other one is called. But it's three of them.
I don't know where she went, but she'll be back. So basically, a funnel is, you guys are familiar with the website. A website is something you would tell people to go to. Go to my website, right? And they go to the website. It's an about page. It's a home page. It's a bio, and it's a contact and all that other stuff. And then you see products, and then you scroll down and look to see what kind of products you want to get. What a funnel is, it funnels a customer to a sale. So a video will come of your interest will come up, or something like that will come up, and then it'll guide you to a push a button to purchase something that you saw in the video, or a picture that you saw of some clothing or whatever products, like a liquor or whatever. It directs you to a sale, and then you either go to an upsell. If you buy this, if you go to an upsell, you go get something even more. Just like Timo is like a funnel. You see a clothes, something you like that's interesting. Oh, I like that. And then you click on it and you buy something. You bought the purchase, but then it's this upsell of something else. You want to get this, you want to get that. Amazon is good for stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what a funnel is. It directs you to a direct sale, instead of you just going to a website and looking around yourself to see if you want to buy something. No, it guides you to an actual purchase. So whether you're an actor, you can get more bookings that way. Whether you are selling something online, a ebook like myself, anything you selling, it takes your customer to a direct sale. You also have to do some marketing with that as well. So if you're selling music, you have you play a song, you play a video, purchase this music, click that button, boom, and then like, if you like that song, you'll like this song, boom, boom, boom. You constantly purchasing things. By the time they check out, they done spend $100 with you. You know what I mean? And it doesn't even
Wow.
feel like it, because they like everything that they just saw. You know what I mean? So, and I'm selling my book right now. It's a sale. It's not launched yet, but it's going to be launched the end of this week for $27. I got two books. I got a regular book, and then I got my bonus book on how to do the business of producing, and they're both $27. Not a whole lot, right? That's a great price. You know what I mean?
Right.
But then after the 30th, the prices are going up. So I'm trying to tell people, go ahead, and when I launch it, the end of this week, go ahead and purchase that. And then from there, that way you ain't gotta constantly call me, Masika. How do you do? How'd you do? Buy the book, brother. Buy
Okay.
the book. And I also give a free workbook with it. So these are documents that you need, like that location waiver, the shot
Mm-hmm.
sheet, and casting the call sheet, stuff like that. You get that blank sheets of that with the book. That way you look like a real
Okay.
boss.
Hey now. So you were talking about websites. Is there a website for the movie Feel My Pain that people can go to?
Yes. I'm so glad you asked that. So basically is film is fmpcm.com/home. It's pretty much Feel My Pain C Mills .com. But I just it's the first initial of each of those words. So Feel My Pain C Mills.com. So it's fmpcm.com/home.
Okay. So, females, is this something that you would like to add? Do you have any funny moments you want to share with us?
Yeah, brother, you hardly talk.
Man, I'm listening to y'all. Man, it was plenty funny moments. I don't even know where to start. Like I got all the behind the scenes. I got pictures. I got everything. Man, we had so many funny moments. Man, that's
Me too. I have a funny moment that I want to share. So
Okay.
when we were doing the Tracy C. Mills scene where the phones ring, when we almost kissed, and then the one time we actually kissed for real, and the nigga like, no, no, you gotta kiss for real. Man, so he was like, what?
Right.
But that was a
Man.
funny moment for me because the way we and then my funny moment was using nails. When we did the thing,
it's breaking up.
actually there when I did it. That was
Wait, you breaking up. You breaking up, Nikita. Say that again. Come closer to the mic or something.
that's the moment I had was when I cussed him out and he was actually there. He walked in the room when we were doing the scene where I was cussing him out over the phone. And
Oh,
D Mills
Yeah.
walked in and he jumped like I was really stepping
yeah.
on him.
Yeah. And I think Antoine did a
Yeah.
great job.
Those were two funny moments that I had with my
Okay. Yeah, I think telling telling
Talent had
uh-huh.
his things. Talent part was funny as hell to me.
yeah. Yeah.
He reminded me of a little F when he was running with that bag of clothes, like like he had that gift bag or something.
Chop, chop,
Like
chop, chop.
Right. He played that part. I lost. I don't know where he at. If anybody can find him, please find him. But I don't know where he at. But he really did a great job in that movie, and uh, with all the his I think his wife and his mother said that was like one of the best movies he's been in. So
mhm.
yeah, but yeah, but
I
every
just
shout
want
out
to
to
commend
everybody.
you. I want to commend you on the fact that your movie is very diversified. You know, we have people of all abilities in the movie, and not only that, we have some LGBTQ. I think that's the alphabet. We have some of those showcased from old to young in the movie. So I think that that's something that needed to be done because his sister Lisa is actually played by someone who's a younger person coming into the fact that she's a lesbian and learning to embrace that in a family where it may not be accepted. But you showcased that, and I thought that was a good aspect. The camera girl who shot the movie, she's actually part of the community as well. So I like the fact that we took people from all abilities and all genres of life and combined them in this big old pot of soup.
And shout out to Rain, my little Rain, who helped with PAing
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and everything. It's this movie was definitely a learning curve for a lot of people, including myself. Just testing things out. Because I did test this movie out to make sure to just see. I had a very good feeling that it was going to get picked up. I just had it's like I knew it was going to get picked up. I didn't know how or know when, but I knew it was going to get picked up, and I'm glad it did. And I just put all of my knowledge that I had learned over the years into this film. Had I had a real budget and real camera equipment and a whole team, like people like a first, second AD and a project manager and you know what I'm saying, an editor and all this. Had I had all of that, man, imagine how much better it could have been. And I mean, it's it would have been really really good. But
Mhm.
I think we did the best that we did with what we had, which was not a lot at all. And uh, it was definitely, my father was able to see me at work at what I do, and he was like, "You are truly gifted in doing what you do," because I'm getting up 5 in the morning. I'm getting things together. I'm writing stuff out, and then I go home and we shoot after we shoot. I go home and we edit. I edit, and then I'm going to sleep 1 in the morning because I'm editing, because I don't want to be behind. And then I get up the very next day and do the same thing all over again. And I'm it's a full day for me. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
people don't understand the life of a producer. Is you do more than just shooting and editing. You got to get people together. People drop on you last minute. People lie on you. People, you got to change locations. You got to find the right person because this person didn't work out, and you got to get permits and contracts and all this other stuff. You got to get paperwork together. You got to keep that stuff in order. It's a whole bunch of stuff you got to do. You know what I mean?
And we
So
can find all that out in your ebook. And where can we
exactly.
get the ebook from?
Well, it's going to be launched. You go to uveamarketing.com/home slash
Mhm.
how. So it's UVEA marketing.com/slash how, HOW. So
Can
you'll
you
be
do
able
me a
to.
favor after we end the live? Can you put the website link and the link to your book in the chat? Because right now it wouldn't let me. I was trying to make it public so people can tune in from Facebook, but it wouldn't let me do it. So I just gave up on it. And then I
Okay.
am going to add some of the video clips that I have because the other tablet wasn't working. That's why I didn't show the videos that I have as well. But I wanted to ask you a couple of questions before we end things, female. How do you feel about seeing your life play out on a stream like that?
See Mills.
Did you hear me, Mills?
I can't hear nothing.
You can't hear me now?
Breaking up.
I'm breaking up. Try and move your location to the side a little bit. Am I breaking up on your end,
I can hear you
Masika?
now.
No.
Oh, okay. Okay, so my question was, how does it feel to see your life
I can hear
play
you now.
out on the big screen? Huh? How does it feel to see your life play out on the big screen?
Man, I can't even explain how I felt. When I watched the movie, I cried. I cried the whole movie. Like, just to see my life like this, like it's like you reliving moments of, man, my mama, the music. Like I had so many serious moments with this music, and then and I know it opened up doors for people to be like, I never knew you went through all this type of stuff. So it just made everybody look at me different because, like you say, I carry myself like don't nothing go on in my life. So this movie just opened up a whole another door, and it just made people look at me different and really understand what feel my pain mean. It's more than just wearing a shirt. Now people really can see, like, okay, yeah, I really feel your pain, and I knew you loved your mama, but I didn't know you all was going through this. So it was crazy. It's still crazy now, like. I got to still really sit down and watch the
Right.
movie again. I watched it a couple of times, but it's like every time I watched it, I cried. And then it's like I be so busy, so it's just like I just got to sit down and watch it again. It's like every time I watch it, I just can't believe
Keep on watching it. Because
it's
the
me
more
on the
you watch it,
screen.
the
Like I
more
got a
we
movie. It's
make.
still unbelievable to me.
So how did you feel about Miss Tina Nixon's portrayal of your mom in the movie?
She did great. Everybody that know my mama knows she played that role to the T. Like she played that role. Could nobody else have played that role? Like she played that role like my mama. Like people that know my mama was like, because that's what everybody thing was. Who playing your mama? She better know that role. She nailed it.
I
You
had to,
nailed it.
Ruth actually suggested Tina. Ruth gave me Tina.
Mhm. But Ruth gave you an amazing, 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 amazing
See that
talent
that,
for
that
that
was
role.
God, because I know her husband. Just so happened that I used to do poetry for her husband. Like, I got a
Oh
real
wow.
relationship with her husband. I didn't know that was her husband. So it's just everything just happened how it was supposed to happen.
Everything was in divine timing. So now that the movie is complete, people are watching it. What's your feedback from the movie that you've been getting from the crowd, like people who watched the movie?
Who, me or females? Who you talking to?
Females. I was asking
Oh,
females because he really didn't talk, so I wanted to get some of his perspective of it. But you can answer the question too after him because it's a question for the whole cast. But we had another person on here, but I think she left. Um, Female.
You got to say the question again. I didn't hear none of it.
Okay. I was asking you what's the feedback that you're getting from the people who watched the movie, other than what they said about your mom? How are they talking about the movie? What are they telling you about the movie? What are they saying to
Oh,
you about the movie?
they love the cast. First of all, they saying the whole cast, great job. Everybody is saying great job, the whole cast. And then I got a lot of people saying I thought this was gonna be one of them Tubi movies where you could see a lot of mess ups and all that. It was like, no, this movie changed my whole outlook on everything. You know, a lot of Tubi movies, it'd be so many mistakes in the Tubi movies that's what you expect, and everybody was kind of expecting that. But when they seen the movie, they said, man, this was well put together. The cast did a great job, and I cried. Everybody that watched the movie that I know said they cried. Even people that didn't know me, they cried. I walked the streets, people walking up to me, man, I seen your movie. Like I'm just getting, man, people just coming up to me everywhere I go. So we doing a great
Mm-hmm.
job promoting, and I'm definitely doing a great job promoting it. Like I've been promoting it everywhere. I've been doing so much stuff as far as marketing wise, but we've been getting, man, the feedback. I got a lot of feedback too. I got a lot of screenshots, but the feedback has been phenomenal. Like I said, I when I first watched the movie, I was just stunned. Like she put this together. Like I didn't expect it to be like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew it was gonna be good, but I didn't know it was gonna be great like that because this is my first movie. In the end, I didn't know what to expect. So when I first seen it, I just was just in shock. Like, okay, damn, this crazy.
Mm-hmm. So, Masika, same question.
well, thank you for that, females. I love to hear feedback of what people think of the movie. Uh, I know other people cried. I had people tell me um, it was hard for them to watch it because it reminded them of some their lives. Some people couldn't watch the movie all the way because it was too deep for them, and I was like, wow, you know. I had a lot of people who absolutely loved the movie, you know. Um, and I, as far as the sound and everything and everything, it is what it is. But they said it was a very good movie, well put together. Um, uh, they did say, um, as far as it was hard to get in tune with C Mills because he's the main star, and I was like, why is that? They said he needed to show more emotion, and I was like, well, you know, uh, he did his best. We never had rehearsal like normal people. We didn't have rehearsal. Okay, so
We
we
didn't.
we just went in there and we shot it. Okay, um,
Right.
so and we didn't have time to block like normal studios and all this. I said we work it off a real low budget, bro. So just understand, and it was like, oh, absolutely, absolutely, and stuff like that. I said, yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of people did not take acting classes, so what I mean. These are regular people who just wanted to help. You know what I mean? And it was like, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I was like, okay, well, that's where we are with it, and I commend everybody that participated and who did their thing. And but they absolutely loved the film. They was just like, dude, this is like real life stuff. It's so relatable. I was like, yeah, that's the point. It's called Feel My Pain for a reason. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So
Yeah, dude.
you know what I mean?
We have a comment in the bottom from Diary of an Accomplice, Proof of Concept again. Shout out to Miss Brenda Isabel. That's actually the movie that I was telling you that Manny did the makeup for. He did the makeup for
Mm.
the movie that's in the chat. She said when you were on stage at the end, living out your dream, that was the highlight for me. Dreams do come true. The
Yeah.
ending scene where he had overcome stuff after it shows him getting on his feet in his apartment and stuff like that. One thing I would have liked to see in that moment was whether or not he fixed the relationship with his kids or his kids' mom. I felt like that was a missing piece in the movie, something that we missed the mark on. Because I wanted to see what the relationship transition. We saw that his music took off. We saw that he got his own place. We saw that he was working 150 jobs, but we didn't see how the relationship between him and his kids played out. So I
Well,
would have
no,
liked to
he
see that.
played with his kids at the end. He was playing with his kids at the end. He took them to the park. He was playing with them. So I did show him interacting with his kids, not with the baby mamas, but with his kids absolutely.
Yeah, but it
So,
was the two that he had custody of. I'm talking about the one that Miss Merch had that she was keeping from him. I didn't remember seeing him in that scene.
yeah,
So we
yeah,
knew he was interacting with the two that lived with him. He had a choice. But what about the other children that he had that were showcased in
that
the
one
movie?
son. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
we couldn't get that. We couldn't get that cuz
yeah.
we couldn't
That's
get the
for
mama.
sure.
Like, leave it to your imagination what happened. Okay?
We got to use our imagination on that. Um, so with that being said,
Goddamn.
do you guys have anything you want to add to the interview?
um just that making films is not as easy as people think. And there's some etiquette. If I could give any advice for people who are doing low budget films and stuff like this, because this is a pet peeve of mine as a director and producer. Don't interact. Don't take the director's job. You know what I mean? If you are, I just gotta, because I see this a lot on set, on different sets, like people telling other people what's good and what's a good shot. Oh, that's a good. No, you are an actor. Stay in your lane. Don't do the director's job, because the director is not doing your job as an actor. You know what I mean? The director
Mhm.
has a vision of how they want things to go. And when you interrupt the director and try and suggest your own suggestion, that irritates a lot of directors. Unless you are giving advice unless you come into the director and say, "Hey, I got it. Can I suggest this? Maybe this would work for the actor." But you don't just go and tell the actor, "I think you should do this," because no, because now the director was like, "Oh, so I'm not doing my job. Like, I'm not here. I'm not here. I don't have a vision." Like,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? Because they don't know what's inside that director's head, and they didn't write it. They did not producing it. They're another actor. Especially when extras do this. That's really
Oh
irritating.
wow.
Like, you're an extra. You supposed to just be over here and not say anything. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I want people to understand, when you're on set, number one etiquette is not to take the director's job. If you got a suggestion, ask them first. Say, "Is it okay if I suggest something?" And if they say no, they say
Yeah.
no. If they say yes, they say yes. But you got to ask first. But you don't go and tell the actor, "Oh, well, you know what? If you did that, then people can understand this." No. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
I
That's
agree with you on that because I've been on a set where I was in the co-directing position and everybody wanted to yell cut and action when they didn't see what I saw and they didn't even know the script like I knew the script and they didn't know what the vision or direction was that I was given as co-director, or whether I was shooting it on my own. They don't know what my vision for that scene was, and they're telling somebody to do something totally outside of what the vision and what I was told to do was.
exactly.
So I totally get that, and that is very, 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 very annoying.
Because it will also confuse the actor, because now they don't know who to listen to.
They don't know who to listen to.
You know,
Females.
and yeah, that causes confusion and frustration.
Mhm.
And now you lose control of your production, because now you got everybody talking and everybody want to be the director. No, be quiet. And even if you see the vision, even if you can't see what the vision is, even if you think it's a bad suggestion of what the director is doing, let it be, because it's their
Mhm.
name that's on that credit as director.
Mhm.
But if you're directing, and you know what I'm saying, it just messes up things. So just stay in your lane, be an actor, do what the director is directing you to do, and just stay in your lane.
Females. Now that you got this first movie out, would you ever consider doing a second movie?
This brother right here.
He's like
he looked like Get Out, like like somebody got some tea or something.
I can't.
I think you were like froze for a
It's
minute.
breaking up so bad.
Man,
Yeah.
he must be
We're
in a
gonna need
bad
you to be
spot.
on Wi-Fi next time so that you have a stronger connection or maybe move around. Um, but my
I'm
question
on
was,
a
now that you
laptop. I'm
got
on a laptop.
that, I mean, your Wi-Fi connection strong, sir. They look, my tablet right here was freezing up. That's why I didn't play any of the clips. So it happens. I don't know. I don't know why it was freezing up, but it was. But my question for you was, now that you got this first movie out and you see what it's doing for your life, would you be willing to do a second movie, or is this the one and done for you? In book two.
I rather turn it into a series. That way I can just go from the beginning. I ready to go from the beginning to when I first started rapping. So I would rather do a series. That way I could show way more and go way more in depth to how me and the baby mamas got into it, what my mama was doing when she first was on drugs. So I can go way deep into it, and this could be never ending.
So you'll do a prequel to this. You'll start it from the beginning and then maybe incorporate the movie into the series later on.
Yep, because I got a lot of feel my pain shit going on right now.
Nigga still
So
going
This
we
through
shit
it.
didn't
don't
get
stop. It don't stop.
we didn't get the highlight moment at the end of the movie, huh? That was just a moment for the movie. Life kept life in afterwards, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what about
Been
books?
life
Will
in the
we get a
whole time I've
chapter?
been rapping.
So will we get a chapter 55 or a chapter 45? Will we get another chapter
I
as far
got
as the book goes?
I got like I got chapter 36. I got chapter 36, 37. Right now I'm on chapter 39. I'm about to drop a book called 90 Days Discipline. Yep, 90 Days Discipline around to get in mode. So 90 Days Discipline, that's the next book that I'm finna drop. And I got the other books written already, and then I'm still promoting chapter 35. So right now I'm just learning marketing schemes and getting better at marketing. So you will see that book is definitely gonna go to the top. So I'm just learning a lot of stuff right now, and I'm just locked in.
You need to holler at me, man, with all of that.
For sure.
So not only do you have the books, but you also have the Feel My Pain Wear. So how can people that want to support the movie or support your brand, how do they get their hands on Feel My Pain Wear?
You can contact me at feelmypainmke@gmail.com, or you can call me at 414-408-4950. That's my business phone. You can hit me up on Facebook, Google, Instagram, and you can get the clothing line from me. And right now I'm in the works to getting the clothing line online, so I probably need to holler at Masika about that. But that's my next step. But right now, I'm in the crib. I'm just getting a lot of merch. I got a lot of merch getting ready. I got a commercial coming soon, and then my brand will be ready to take off. So I will have clothes available for sale probably this weekend.
And
Okay.
he also
So
has his music is on the website. So if you go to where it
okay.
says C-Mills and in his music, you can click that. It goes directly to his Shopify or Spotify or something like that.
Okay. And T Mills, do you have any other upcoming interviews?
Oh yeah. Keep streaming too. And the streaming. I definitely got to thank everybody for streaming the music because it's definitely working. I checked my streams the other day, and the streams is definitely going up. So I definitely appreciate everybody that's streaming the music.
Okay. That's good. Masika, do you have anything you want to share with us before we get out of here?
No, just keep
Oh
I
man,
will
I just want to
suggest
thank God, and I just got to thank the
oh
cast.
go ahead, C-Mills.
Mhm. T Mills, go
Oh
ahead.
no, I just want to thank God, and I just got to thank the cast one more time. Everybody that's involved with this movie. I just got to thank y'all one more time. Like y'all don't know how much this touched my soul, touched my heart. Like to get my story out there. Like this means a lot to me. Like 'cause I watched a lot of rappers have movies, and once they movies came out, it made people look at them way different. So this definitely has helped my career a lot. So I got to thank the cast and everybody that played on this movie one more time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
And
the same thing for me. I mean, I wanted to make this interview about you guys because it's my platform, of course, so they know all about Nikita Michelle. But this movie has been a blessing to me as well. Like, I cannot go nowhere without somebody looking at me strange, and I have to tell people I ain't heard real life. That's wrong. That's wrong. Ain't Tracy. Ain't Tracy.
yeah.
I got them back
Yeah,
here.
that's only me. That's only me now. Watch out now. Watch out.
Yeah.
God damn
Yeah. So I will say that for people to watch it, don't just watch it one time. Keep watching it, even if you're washing dishes, or if you're going to do the laundry, or you're going to sleep. Put the movie on, and just walk away. You know, just press play, walk away. That's what I say. Press play,
Let's
walk
play
away.
walk away.
You know what I mean?
Well,
You
it
can.
seems to be my go to sleep movie. And it's so weird because sometimes when I fall asleep and my parts will come on in the movie and I hear myself talking, but I'm half sleeping, half woke, and I'm like thinking I'm talking in my sleep, but really it's Tracy and ain't Nikita. So it's like really weird when I do fall asleep on a movie. I don't know if you experienced that to you. Have you fallen asleep on a movie and heard yourself talking to yourself in your sleep? He said she gotta watch it again tonight. Got even accomplished it. I don't think he heard me, but yeah, that's like a weird feeling when you hear yourself talking and you not talking, but it seems like you're talking in your sleep because you're talking on the TV show. It's like really a strange experience. Female,
Yeah.
can you hear me? Female,
Huh?
I said
Y'all,
I was
I'm looking at
asking.
y'all. It's froze. Y'all froze as well.
You were froze too. You were just, but I was asking you, have you ever watched a movie and fallen asleep on it and woke up to hear yourself talking in the movie, but you hear you?
No, no, because I usually have it on silent. It's playing, but it be on silent.
Oh, okay. See me, I have to have sound when I go to sleep, so I leave the TV on. So, it just be talking to me and then I just wake up like, "Dang." So yeah, it be the movie. So that's like a fun fact of mine. I was like, because it happened to me the other day, and I'm like thinking I'm crazy because you're like in that half woke, half sleep zone, so you don't know what's happening anyway. But I want to thank you guys for being
Oh
my
yeah.
guest on tonight's show. I really, 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 really appreciate y'all.
We appreciate you. Thank you for allowing us
Appreciate
to
you
be a
too.
guest. Yeah.
No problem. Anything to feel my pain. We did that. We did that. We took the budget of a full step
God damn
card
it.
and got
God
it
damn
to
it.
movie. And we gave them
Right.
quality. We gave them quality. Like it
We
wasn't
did.
nothing raunchy. It's a movie that you only gotta cover your eyes up once. It's a family orientated movie. Like you were able to get your dad and your cousin in the movie. I was able to get my nieces and nephews in the movie. A lot of people don't know that some of those kids in that movie are actual family members. Like the kids in the school are my nieces and nephews, and that's my old classroom when I used to teach. And the girl who plays his sister is my niece. So, it was really good to be able to have my family do something that I enjoy. And I mean, it felt good when I did it with Ocean View too. That's another movie that I want to shout out with Steve-O because of this movie, because of Feel My Pain, so many doors have opened up. I wouldn't be the assistant director on Ocean View had I not learned on the set of Feel My Pain. Had Masika not taken the time to train me as her production assistant and I wasn't the official co-director, but I'm asking questions and she was trained. I was in training and she didn't know it. So because I asked questions, listened, and watched, I now know how to direct a movie. Because I was willing and ready to help, I started out as an extra and ended as a co-producer. So I want to thank you and give you your flowers on this movie. I want to thank you, C Mills, for trusting me and picking me to be Thick Chick because that was my original name. You went from Thick Chick to Tracy.
I gotta get you in the music video.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, I'm ready. I can't. Look, I said I'm taking the stepping class, so I can get some rhythm because Tracy can't dance. But yes, let me know. I'm
I
down.
got
But I want to
I
thank
got
you, and I want to thank Steve-O for getting us our distribution deal, and for trusting me and trusting Masika's word because he saw Masika's radio interview and how she bigged me up and gave me my flowers, and that opened up the door for me to do everything that I do now. I wouldn't have a director up under my IMDb. I wouldn't have producer up under my IMDb. I wouldn't be behind the scenes crew without you, Masika. So I thank you. And C Mills, I thank you for trusting us with your project because you didn't have no complaints. People was like, I'm gonna give her, she's gonna be thick chick, but I'm gonna let her do this. I'm gonna let her do it, and you just roll with it. So I appreciate you too
you.
for allowing and trusting me to come on board and trusting my decision when it came to getting a distribution deal and getting it out there. So I really appreciate you for that too.
Tell Steve-O
You-
we need to do
Well,
business again.
Steve-O is one call. That's all. He's one. Because one thing about Steve-O, he know if I know somebody that needs something that he's providing, I'm gonna call him first. I'm gonna call him first because you got to look
Tell
out
him
for the
about
people who
Stud
look
Life.
out for you.
Tell him about Stud
I
Life.
will. You know what he gonna say? Is it done? When we get it done, we gonna talk. Cause that's the
Okay.
first thing he gonna ask is it done? If it's
We
done, send it to me.
we trying
That's what
to
I'm
get
saying.
it done. That's the whole thing. We trying to get it done.
Well, we gonna get it done. I'll be down there soon so we can get it to going. But like I said, that's why I make sure I plug this liquor too because we gotta support those who support us. We can't
Yeah.
expect support from people that we're not willing to support. When you do your video, if I'm in it, I would love to be able to have his bottle presented in your video as well because without him, we wouldn't be here.
there's no problem.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Shout out to Steve,
Yeah.
man. Steve, shout
Okay,
out to
well,
Steve.
shout out to Steve-O because he did that. He the GOAT. He is the true GOAT. Because, we wouldn't be here without Steve-O. I can honestly say that. He wouldn't be here without him. I just thank him for trusting my judgment. I thank Masika for thank y'all for trusting my judgment. Because without y'all trusting me and about me being who I am and being a woman of my word and doing stuff from my heart, we wouldn't be here because Steve-O wouldn't have trusted me when I brought it to him, and Masika wouldn't have trusted me when I brought it to her.
Well,
But because I have
it came from all of the diligence that you presented. Don't we just didn't trust you out of nowhere. You were very diligent and coming to us, and you were willing to help. You know what I mean? You were willing to get the job done. So that alone allowed us to give more trust to you because you showed up and you showed out. And so I'm like, yeah, I'd absolutely work with her again. And I talk her up to anybody. Absolutely.
Yeah. And because I come with recommended by y'all, I make sure that I make y'all proud because when I walk in a room, I'm walking in on your recommendation. So I got to show up for you if I don't show up for me.
Absolutely. Thank you.
No problem. Any last words, C Mills?
I'll see you later, Tracy.
Cool.
I'll see you later.
See you later, guys.
All right, Joe.